I'm Bonnie McGowan, and I sharpen beauty shears. Have been since I was in my early 30s, over 30 years. Time has flown by. This is just a basic shear that I'm going to sharpen. It's not even an expensive shear, but someone's, looks like a student shear to tell you the truth. It says dream shears. I think those are student shears. But someone sent them in to me to sharpen, and I'm just going to go through the sharpening, and I'm going to talk about who gets into this business of shear sharpening. Let's go through this while I'm sharpening, and we'll talk about it. So I'm going to go through the motions. Well, not the motions. I'm going to go through in real time sharpening these shears, and then we'll talk about the whole business of shear sharpening and sharpening specifically for the salons. Now, I'm going to show my prejudice here. I really prefer to sharpen for hairstylists over groomers. Sorry about that, groomers, but I like the personality of hairstylist. Always have. And a lot of people get into this business because maybe their wife or this, oh, these cut awful. Oh, do you see that? Look, I'm using my thumb in here, and I can't make it cut. This is super thin tissue. Oh. Somebody else try to sharpen these. These might be more than just basic sharpening. Yeah, I think someone else tried to sharpen these. These can't be that bad on their own. Anyway, I'm just going to go through the sharpening. Who gets into this business? If you look at the people I have on my board or people that have come in for training, probably the largest number are men that have retired from another business, and for whatever reason they're familiar with the sharpening business. Maybe their wife's a hairstylist, or maybe their new girlfriend is, or sister, so it is mostly older men. Younger men, like my son-in-law, got into it because he was my son-in-law and he found out about the business. Usually the younger men that get into it they have family members in this, and it's a good career to get into. Who else gets into this business? Women. Not as many women as men. I think men are more likely to have been sharpening knives. Oh man, this is bad. And maybe they're comfortable sharpening. I know I was not comfortable sharpening. Oh man, what is going on with this thing? I'm gonna have to get out something heavier to do. Thank you, Todd, who made this suggestion for when I use my diamond stone, as I put this on top of my other stone, and that works pretty good. So I'm using the diamond one because I think someone has messed up the inside of these shears. And so the average age of the people that get into this business has been, in my experience, someone who's over 55, but I'm seeing them younger and younger. The men have been the ones on average of the people I've dealt with that are out there, but I'm seeing more and more women. And then I'm seeing more and more young people getting into this. There's some crazy stuff going on here. Problem is, when these are student shears, like these are cheaper ones, is it worth putting in the extra effort? So this is my Cymek HD, and we're going to walk through the sharpening as I'm talking about the shear sharpening business. I was unusual because my background was a school teacher. I've met some shop teachers that have gotten into this business. Haven't come across too many high school science teachers. I can't recall any. Be interesting to put down, if you're a sharpener and you're watching this video, put down your approximate age when you got started with this. And this is 40. I did a scratch test. Whether you're male or female or whatever. Put down what your career was before you got into the sharpening business. Be interesting to know. I've been keeping a list. I'll try to find it and put it here, of people that have come in for training and some of their previous backgrounds. Some of the most unusual ones is I had a guy that sold worm poop. Yeah. And then I had musicians. Had a professional bass fisherman. Trying to think of some of the other. Some people in jewelry sales, insurance sales, all kinds of sales. Just recently trained plumber, editor. Did editing for books. Someone recently, and in fact he's working on my book, which will be out in print soon. But it is available. I'll put it on here as a PDF. It's before the editing is done, but it's got a lot of good information about shear sharpening. Usually if a younger person gets into this, not always, but usually if a younger person gets into this, it's because they have family members that are already sharpening. It's just been my experience. And is it a good idea to train a family member? I think it's better to send them out somewhere else to be trained. And then because you sharpen yourself, you can help them when they get back. But I think the initial training works better if they go to someone like me or, somebody else that teaches sharpening. Because you never know, they might come back and show you a few things that you didn't know. People that have a background of working with their hands usually pick this up very well as far as the sharpening technique and the sharpening skill. But I found that people with a salesman background are more likely to be financially more successful, because you have to sell yourself in talking to the stylists or the groomers or whomever. And also if you sell shears or other supplies while you're out sharpening, you'll just make a whole lot more money for the time invested. Who sharpens shears in your area? You might find in your area that they're free spirit type people that like to travel, don't like to have an office. They don't want to be stuck in one place. They want freedom in their day. I find a lot of people that get in the sharpening business have a prison background. Some of them have really come to know the Lord while they were in prison, or they've really straightened out their lives while they were in prison. But it's sometimes hard to find a job working for someone else. And so this is a good business. And some of them, I think, frankly, have developed a keen interest in sharpening things while they were in prison. I've never been in prison. But I know for a fact some of the people I've trained and some of the people I've trained with have had prison backgrounds. So I'm hoping just regular sharpening on these will work, because these did not cut tissue at all. I've set them at a 40-degree angle, which is the correct angle probably because these are student shears. There's some things I can do after I reassemble them if they don't cut. Square peg goes in the round hole, and there's my round hole. They both look round from this direction, but when you turn them over, you see how that one's square and this one's round. And if you can just hear that little mantra in your mind, it'll save you a lot of times. And also, like the teeth side on this little thing here, go down. Even though it looks pretty and decorative, looks like it should go up, it goes down. Because that connects to, whoops, oh, try not to do that. That connects to the little nipples, or as one guy I trained recently called them, chi-chi bumps, or noses, or whatever that sticks up. It connects to that to keep the screw from backing out. Alright, so I'm going to cut paper towel first in case there's any burrs left behind. I can knock them off. So before, remember, oh, look at that. Remember it didn't cut dry? My thumb's out, least pressure possible. Cuts dry. Let's see if it cuts wet. I didn't do anything extraordinary, just did regular sharpening. I'm pretty proud of these. I thought I was going to have to do something extra. And my thumb is out. Those are good. I might test a little hair. Little pushing, but that's good. Hey y'all, I hope you're staying sharp. This is Bonnie McGowan, your red-headed sharpener here. And if you like this video, I try to post something every Monday. So make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell if you'd like to see more videos like this. If you're looking for the tools I used in this video, there's some product links and things in the description, and also you can go to the website www.bonika.com. If you've got questions or you want to connect with me personally, you can always put a comment below, but I've got a lot more links in the description below that will show you how to get in touch with me. I teach in person and online, as well as, of course, these YouTube videos. And let's connect, let's learn more about sharpening together.